All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to our members only kind of video we're doing. Doing something a little different. We're doing we were talking off stream anyway about where we're ranking different different movies, animated movies. So we figured let's just do it officially. So we're gonna talk about different, mostly Disney. I think they're all Disney, right?
These are all Disney animated movies.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna not all of them, but we'll probably go through a good chunk of them. Yeah,
like we just have a list here, and we'll just see where we rank them and go from there. I guess because this is fun. I mean,
yeah, we were already kind of doing doing that. Yeah, one we kind of got triggered because we heard another channel say that Lilo and Stitch is the best Disney animated movie or something like that. Which I'm like, what?
And I said something crazy like, it's not my top 25, and then we started listing stuff, and I was like.
It keeps making it go down and down, down. Yeah, it's a good. I like it a lot, but I'm like, you going against some like Titans in the end, yeah. So where do you want to start off with?
Let's think of our tops. What do you think? I mean, the number one for me is Lion King. We all know, no matter if it's me, no matter if it's Kenny, we're going Lion King number one.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there for me too. But Lion King up there.
When you have this turning of age, story that really is based on a journey of trying to stand on your own 2 feet, but I still have to deal with your father's legacy over it. I mean that's it just hits me. I think the music is some of the best music I've ever seen. It's so good that the plays, you see what happens in New York, you see it in Chicago, how these plays are unbelievable. So to me, it hits home. I think it's the best. And the people that like Lion King 2 better, you're wrong.
If you know, you know. Yeah, Lion King's up there. Yeah, everything. Music, like you said, animation, the voice acting, everything. Spot on. So I like that a lot. I agree with that.
You give me a list now, a name.
Another top one. What was it? Toy Story.
Toy Story. No, so are we doing all Toy Stories or just Toy Story? Because Toy Story 3 is a banger.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. What do you think? I would say just
as a franchise,
as a franchise, that's crazy. I would say just one of them, the first one. Yeah, because there's only 4 of them out, right? I mean, we don't even have to rank all 4 of them, but
I think Toy Story 3 has to be on that somewhere. On that list. I mean, can you have a dry eye in the house? Like, did anyone think that wasn't the most heartwarming, soul-crushing thing you ever seen in your life?
Yeah, when we get with Toy Story 3.
Oh my god!
So, yeah, because it definitely goes 1, 3, 2, and 4. If I have to rank it like that, yeah. But number one is
before we get to Toy Story 3, we get some other ones that are pretty good. So I think Beauty and the Beast has to be up there.
I agree with that.
I think it's just, I mean, come on. Once again, music again. The story overall is really good. It's all-time great, But if we're going Beauty and the Beast, I'm gonna do another one, Aladdin.
Oh heck yeah!
Because of Robin Williams and dude, come on, man, Aladdin.
Yeah. So I mean, a great story with a great villain, with one of the best comic reliefs of all time. With the genie. With the genie, yeah. Aladdin is 100% up there. No doubt.
All right, so these are all our childhood movies right now. Okay, can we get a new age movie? That's didn't come out. 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was just 30 years ago. I got one. Coco.
Is Coco top tier? To me and you, I believe it is. But is it top tier or is it second tier?
I mean,
Because I think
I'm very biased.
Moana, I think is
Moana.
higher than Coco.
I would put Coco higher than Moana. I would still put both of those movies in the top tier, though. You know, just because I feel like Coco was so impactful for so many people, and it was.
It was,
I mean,
but we
it
also
was
have
so
to
good.
count money, box office. It also has to do with sales. It has to all to do with all those things. And Moana blitzes all those other things.
Oh
but
yeah,
Coco also came out during a time it was just hard to hit those type of numbers.
Yeah. But I mean,
are we already arguing? We can just put them both up there. And
I mean, they're both in top tier for me.
I will say this: I think Encanto's better than Coco. Than Coco.
No, Coco's better. I would put Coco above Encanto.
I think that it's more culturally impactful. I think I'd rather see Encanto
because Encanto has a lot of like family trauma, and so does Coco. But
Coco, that's family trauma. Death.
The whole thing is like the villain of the whole villain of Encanto is the grandma. So it's like Coco, like there's a bad guy who did a bad thing, a really bad thing. So where all the family trauma came from the bad guy doing the bad thing.
So, what do you think Coco is on Letterboxd on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, that's a good question. I said the critics probably give it like a 86, and the audience probably like a 90, 91.
I am still going down for Coco. Wow.
You're because they have their own rankings.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Coco on man, that's surprising that it's not. I was going to say 90. 97. 97. That's what that's the 97 for Coco, 94 for the actual audience. I believe Moana is like 93 and 95.
Okay. And that's what critics and audience.
Audience.
Yeah, we'll put Moana up there.
Encanto, which came out during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I believe it's 92 and 94. 92, 93. 92, 93.
Okay.
So
I love Encanto.
We could argue all those should all be up there.
Yeah, I mean 100%. All of them are up there. Yeah.
But now, does that mean that we're not giving respect to the older ones now? Is there an older movie that you think that should be up there at all?
So I have a personal favorite of what's it called? Sword in the Stone. But I don't know if I would put it. If without my bias. I don't know if I would put it top tier.
I love Sword in the Stone. I love Page Master. I love all of those movies, but
those are awesome.
Super biased. There's no way.
Yeah.
In the same category as these other ones.
I got an old school one. That was. I mean, Cinderella. I feel like Cinderella is like kind of the second tier, though.
I agree. I will put Cinderella at the second tier. I would. Peter Pan. I think that's in the third tier.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I would have to look at a list. What I have in front of me.
Yeah, Rescuers Down Under.
See, because even like Dumbo and Fantasia, like I feel like they're second tier.
No, I have a number one tier. I do. Little Mermaid's number one tier.
Little Mermaid, but is that old?
1989.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like before.
The only other one I would say Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
Snow White would probably be the one that's highest on most people's list. With the Seven Dwarfs and have an actual villain and consequences and stuff like that. I think Snow
Mm-hmm.
White. I mean, Snow White. I believe critics give it a 97%.
Wow. I mean, the old animated one is very, gorgeous, and it did a lot for animation. So you would say Snow White, it would be
1937 still
yeah.
has a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hi ho. Just trying to be fair to the movie that I'm not, the hugest fan of.
Yeah. I mean, I would put it up there. I mean, the villain is definitely one of those iconic villains. The dwarves, are up there. It's one of my favorite rides at Disney World. Like the Seven Dwarfs mine cart ride is a blast, So yeah, I mean it's definitely, and it's very meaningful to animation in general.
Exactly. Exactly.
It opened the door for animation as an actual movie medium.
Okay, let's go second tier. I want to start us off second tier. Give me Frozen.
Frozen. I'm okay with that. Like I'm not the biggest fan of Frozen, but there's no denying that it is a powerhouse of a movie.
Whatever hate you have, let it go. Let it go.
I mean, yeah, I mean it is.
I've heard that in my house for years.
Oh, I bet. I bet. I bet. With having two girls and the whole sister
Yep. And have an older,
theme.
younger, and one more responsible and all of that stuff. Oh yeah, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you have as second tier?
I think second tier. What did you just say? Probably.
Let me read you a couple just so
Yeah, because I'm going through the list. I'm looking at it. Second tier.
Where do you put Goofy movie?
I know. I just saw Goofy movie. I would probably put Goofy movie second tier.
Is that second tier or is it third?
Maybe third tier. Yeah.
Second tier. I mean, is 101 Dalmatians second tier? I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's Cinderella, which is 1950s one of the more iconic movies. Second tier is Finding Nemo.
You know what? I think that's a good one. I think Finding Nemo is a second tier. I would put that as second tier.
Yeah, that's a huge movie.
Because like it's still a classic. But yeah, I'll put that. I'm okay with that being a second tier. Monsters Inc. What do you think, Monsters Inc.?
I love that movie. That's a good one.
Second tier.
Second tier. I'm okay with second tier for Monsters Inc.
Yeah, it's a fun movie, man. It's on at least once a week in my house.
Now, so we're not ranking in the second tier. There's other movies that we can say that are better than that, but I'm just saying of the ones that we've said, these are good movies, and we think they're second tier. With that being said, where do you put Pocahontas?
Ooh, honestly, I think I'll probably put it like fourth tier.
Because understand me, I don't like Pocahontas.
I don't. Yeah.
So that's just full understanding. I'm just letting you guys know. You can hate me, what it is. I didn't like Pocahontas.
I wasn't the biggest fan of it. There's a few songs that were good. Animation. It's a 90s Disney, so it's gorgeous, like every other 90s Disney movie. But I wasn't the biggest fan of it, and I really don't know anybody who was a big fan of it though either.
So let's put it in the fourth tier. Why not?
Yeah.
And now we're talking about those. We could put things in the different tiers. Let's do Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. We definitely got to do that one. Because you kind of surprised me saying you didn't really like it.
I really didn't like it. I thought it was too short. I thought it was, a story that I've heard too many times. The idea of narcissism is being, the highlight and trying to learn that stuff wasn't a big banger for me. It just wasn't, and didn't mean that much to me.
So where would you put it? What tier?
I'll put it right next to Pocahontas. That's how much I'm just like, it's not fair for me. Because there's other movies that I'm going to say that are better for me. Like The Jungle Book, I think, is at third tier. I think that's better for me. When I start thinking about Hercules, second or third tier for me.
Yeah, that's 2 or 3.
Like
for me,
second or third tier for me.
Yeah,
third tier.
3 for that one. But with Emperor's New Groove, it's not a second tier, but I would probably say a third tier for it, just because. But also, it has a cult following. So there's the people who just like it a lot. You know what I mean?
Are there going to be? There's not more people that love Cinderella or Fantasia or Dumbo or even Raya and the Last Dragon or Turning Red or like you see like when I'm starting to name these things, like you don't think those are
all like higher on the list?
Yep,
probably because I know people like I put it in 4th tier, but there's a lot of people. We can always move it
higher. Yeah, we look at the tier and like, no, this deserves to be high.
But everyone loves Kronk. Yeah, I mean, Kronk is like a meme that people still talk about. You know what I mean? Kronk and oh my God, what's her name? The evil Yzma. What the hell's her name?
I'm telling you this one.
I'm okay for it.
I like Tangled more than I like both of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That 100% agree with. That's a solid. Is that a second tier?
I don't know. Maybe? See, that Tangled might be second tier for me. That's how much I like saying Tangled. But we haven't even talked about Sleeping Beauty. So like, or Cinderella. Do those just by name get to second tier? Just because of the name?
That's a good question. Because Sleeping Beauty obviously again has a following, and especially how old it is.
I think Cinderella is better than Sleeping Beauty.
I do too. I
would even put Sleeping Beauty in the third tier and put Cinderella in the second tier.
I'm okay with that. Let me get the pictures real quick. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So Cinderella will put
just look at all the money it's made, and then it's one of the better live action ones, and yeah, I mean Cinderella is great.
But also I think people know more references to Cinderella than Sleeping Beauty, because Sleeping Beauty, all they really know is like dude kisses her.
Do you even know her name?
She comes back to life.
You guys tell me what her name is. If someone said Aurora,
shit. Is it?
It's Aurora. Is it? But that's my point. Okay. How can you be in Cinderella? You just can't. You almost
like, wait, is it? It sounds right. But like Cinderella, everyone knows about like the fairy godmother, the bell ringing at midnight, the slipper, the evil, the sisters, the stepmom or the mom and stuff like. So it's like I feel like Cinderella is definitely more well known than Sleeping Beauty. I think the best thing out of Sleeping Beauty is Maleficent. Is the evil, sorcerer Maleficent. So
Just give me Tangled though. I think Tangled is so much fun.
yeah, we could put that. I'm cool with that in second tier.
Oh, I'm definitely okay with second tier. I'm
Yeah,
not going to
because
force anyone on you, but I'm okay with that.
I know I think it's good. The music is so good. They're so catchy. Voice acting. I mean, you get oh my god the singer
Oh, what's going for oh my god, I literally just had it up a second ago.
I know Mandy Moore.
Mandy Moore, yeah, Mandy Moore. You know, and Zachary Levi.
Yeah, exactly whatever. But you get Mandy Moore, like who's just
Ron Perlman's in there. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, I love Tangled. All right, where do you put Jungle Book then?
You know, that might be one of those old ones that
I think you need to put it in the first tier. I think Jungle Book might be first tier.
I do too, which is funny because me and Erica were talking about it, and she's like, she goes, I just don't like it. Just not because it's not a bad movie, it's just the story is very depressing when you think about it. You know,
I mean, how many things tried to kill him, and him finding the girl though, and at the end, and wanting to join the humans again, and being accepted. But Baloo is a major contributor to in everything, because Baloo went from Jungle Book, then started to do DuckTales and Tailspin, and all that stuff is all Baloo, because he's such a great character. So I don't know. I love it.
I'm cool with it because I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. Again, awesome music, awesome animation. What year did it come out? 1960. Damn, that was 1967.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. I'm cool with that.
All right, Hercules. Where you got?
Yeah. This one definitely biased.
Hercules. Yeah, this is super biased. I love it so much.
I mean, I want to put it in the first tier, but
that's how much I love it. I put it in the first tier. Even though I know in my mind it should be second tier. There's no way.
Yeah.
Just no way.
But again, 90s Disney, so the animation amazing, awesome music, super catchy music. The story is Greek mythology, which is always like a good story to tell because people always find it fairly interesting. So even though they Disney-fied it for sure,
what if I told you that Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 83 in the audience only gave it a 76?
Wow, that's interesting. The audience is lower.
So by those metrics, it doesn't even belong in the second tier.
Seriously, yeah. Because if you average that out, it'd probably be what, like 79?
79,
maybe 89. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with putting it in.
Belongs in the third tier.
Yeah, but
I love it.
I do too. I mean, I can put it in the second tier. I'm cool with second tier. I don't think it belongs in the third tier.
But you know what? But when you put Sword and Stone, which is another movie that I love.
I love it. One of my favorites, but trying to put my bias aside, I mean, Sword and Stone, better? I probably put Sword and Stone in third tier.
Yeah. And so if Sword and Stone goes to third tier, shouldn't Hercules?
I don't want to, but
Sword and Stone, what do you think you got on Rotten Tomatoes?
That's probably the audience or the critics, probably 87. I'll probably 83 with the audience, or the critics. Audience is probably, I would probably say a little bit higher, like an 85 with the audience.
What if I told you Sword and Stone is a 66 with the critics?
Wow.
And a 73 with the audience.
Wow. That's really probably a 66. That's crazy.
By those metrics, it belongs in the fourth tier.
Yeah, really. Really. But I mean, again, but it's also like a movie. I don't know. I don't want to put it in the fourth tier. So what do you think? Third tier for Sword and Stone?
I put it in the third tier.
Okay.
This because this is me and your ranking. I don't care. I think it needs to makes a little sense, but at the end of the day, I'm not putting in the first or second tier. I'm putting the third.
Yeah, because I watch, like, for me, I watch Emperor's New Groove a lot. Sword and Stone I watch more than Pocahontas for sure. Same with Hercules. So should we put Hercules in the third tier then too?
Tier as much as I think it's the tippity top of the third tier. Like it might
like it's inching up to the.
It might sneak into the second tier. I'm just gonna let you guys know. I mean, by the end time we're done with this, yeah, it might be the second tier.
I agree. I agree too.
We're gonna be like, the last thing we're gonna do is Hercules go second tier.
Yeah, to end it.
Okay. What about a Goofy movie?
I was just looking at it too. I mean, just by looking at it. Oh. So I know. Did you get tickets for the? No, you didn't.
It was already I was so mad.
So I got tickets for the 30th anniversary. So it's a special screening of the movie, and then you get a bunch of stuff, and then but I got like t-shirts for us. I got like 90s like sunglasses, like that, like something like Powerline wore, so like we're gonna kind of go a little dressed up a little bit
for the dressing movie. Like that. I wear that on a Tuesday.
I do have the Powerline shirt. I it's just hanging up because I don't want to fuck it up before I the perfect cast. Yeah, I just don't want to mess up the shirt before I have to wear it. It is a super comfy shirt, so I might wear it. But
before we rank it, I'm going to tell you where Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 64.
That hurts, man. It just hurts my heart.
Where do you think the audience has it?
They got to have it higher. It's got to be 80 something with the audience, right? Because it's so beloved. Really?
71.
Wow. Jeez, man, this hurts my inner child so much. I mean, but honestly, I probably put it third tier.
Me too. I'm putting third tier because Pocahontas. And you know what's happening? Emperor's New Groove is kind of starting to grow on me a little bit more.
You're like,
as much as I don't like Pocahontas, it's just like you don't belong over down there. All right,
not with Pocahontas.
Here's the thing for you: The Great Mouse Detective.
Ooh.
Now, Great Mouse Detective, might not be a Disney classic, but I think it's just very entertaining. It's very stylish. It was a great story, and I watched it a lot.
Yeah. We haven't watched it too recently, but like even as early as like maybe March, my 2-year-old was on the rotation of the playlist, because it is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
What if I told you I want to move Pocahontas down to the 5th tier
and put I'm okay with that. Put Great Mouse Detective
in the 4th tier. Yep. You don't deserve to be, and that makes the Emperor's New Groove look better because it doesn't make sense. Pocahontas does not deserve to be. It's going at the bottom.
I'm good with that.
Okay. I have another one that a lot of people might not know. Let's do The Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, that's another good one.
And I love this movie. The Rescuers Down Under. I'm embarrassed by how many times I watched it. Like for weeks, for months, I watched it non-stop.
I think. Well, who was I watching? I think a bunch of people were saying that the beginning scene of the movie is one of the best beginning scenes ever for a movie. That Hunchback of Notre Dame, like they're both like amazing intros. So
yeah, well, I mean, I'm gonna say Lion King is the best one.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. That's yeah. Yeah. That was up there.
But Rescuers Down Under is so good. Bob Newhart, right? John
Yeah.
Candy. Oh my gosh. I'm an even Gaber, but but those two are just are bangers.
Yeah.
It's Rotten Tomato gives it an 85. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think the audience gave it?
I would probably say it's a little lower. Maybe like a 79.
68.
Wow. Wow. Damn, they just hate old they just hate old movies. That's really low.
I think you got to put it in the fourth tier. These are movies I love. Like, I love these movies. I think it goes fourth tier.
I'm okay with fourth tier. It's yeah.
Okay. Then let's jump into some controversy.
Oh.
Princess and the Frog.
Where
do we put that? Where does Tiana go?
Oh, just right off the bat, it's one of like 3.
Right off the bat, I want to put 3.
Yeah. And
it's
looking at
everything, Frozen or Nemo or Monsters Inc. or Cinderella or Tangled, immediately I want to put it 3.
Yeah, because like it is a fun movie. Got a good villain, some good songs, great animation. But so does Hercules. So does Sword in the Stone. So does Goofy Movie. But I don't see it being in the second tier. But it is a good movie, and I cannot wait to ride the Tiana's Adventure at Disney World. I cannot wait for that. Yeah. Oh, I got to show you. That's what I wanted to show you. I had bought a vinyl. I think I told you I bought a vinyl at Goodwill. It was, I guess again, I feel like I was like, but it was Song of the South vinyl. Here, hold on. Let me grab it real quick.
Yes, we gotta see this. Songs of the South. I don't know if people don't know what movie that is. Is probably one of the worst, most racist movies I've ever encountered, and it was a ride for forever. It was a ride forever at Disney World, and they just recently got rid of it. And wow,
yeah. So it's
Uncle Remus. Oh my God, I forgot about this damn.
Yeah, from Walt Disney's Song of the South.
Oh my God.
Pied Piper, Uncle Remus, original cast. Yeah.
Woo. Well, you know what? You get that.
There you go. Some in there.
Oh my God.
So it's like it's insanely racist. But also it's like I bought it because also like I feel like it might be worth some money someday because they're erasing it from Disney history, but yeah.
Oh man, that's
woo. But I brought it up because the Tiana Adventure ride was Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain was based on these characters.
Yep.
So that's one of the big reasons why they changed Splash Mountain. Even that was stupid. They named it Splash Mountain, even though it was based on Song of the South. They named it Splash Mountain because Splash was coming out that same year, so they just wanted it to like. It was like, okay, cool. But I saw this $3 has all the vinyls inside of it and everything. So
you should sell the hell out of that.
Right now, it's not selling for a lot, but I'll probably hold on to it.
Because most people don't want to admit that they want to watch it.
1947.
Wow.
1947.
21 years later, we're able to vote.
My God. I mean, here. So one of the songs is Briar Rabbit, which is the rabbit here, right? Mm-hmm. And the Tar Baby.
I wasn't ready for that. You ever see something and you just like, wow, that was racist. It's just like it surprises you a little bit, like, whoa.
Yeah. And it's in fairly good condition, but yeah, it's like something that probably not going to display it, but I'll probably just put it away somewhere. And then maybe
not gonna put it in your background.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay. All right, let's get back into this list.
Yeah.
What Fantasia? Where do you put Fantasia?
It's a great one, man.
So I'm gonna give you guys some numbers. For Rotten Tomatoes is 95%. The audience has 83%. And my sister lives and dies by this. She loves Fantasia.
It's great. The 1941, right? Not the 2000.
Okay. Yeah, the 1940 with Mickey, the first one.
Sorcerer Mickey.
Sorcerer.
Man, it is really good. Like, at least music wise, it is really good. It's
a classic.
Super entertaining with the music. Yeah. If you like classical music and stuff like that, like, yeah.
I'm okay with
honestly, I probably put in 4.
I was gonna put
in a 3.
I was into 3.
Yeah, I mean, it is super iconic. You have Sorcerer Mickey, which is still like a thing they use.
When they had the Disney Expo in Chicago, they used Sorcerer Mickey.
Yeah. I mean, even my son like loves Mickey Mouse. He's got at least 2 Sorcerer Mickeys. Yeah. So,
but once again,
it's just
95 Rotten Tomatoes, 83 by the audience. It's higher than every other movie, and that's in that third slot.
Wow.
Every other one.
Yeah. It's on Disney Plus, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it.
That's an interesting one. Let's see where we go from here. All right, let's do it. 101 Dalmatians.
Okay, so that's a classic old one.
It's old. It's a classic. Yeah, it is classic, but it's kind of old. Rotten Tomatoes has it ranked at 98. What do you think the audience ranks it?
Wow, 98. Damn. Mm-hmm. I'll probably audience would be 82.
Lower.
Really? 72?
76.
76. Okay. Yeah, that seems about right. Because it is a fun movie.
Is it good enough to put in? I don't think it's good enough to put in the second row.
No.
Is it good enough to put in the third row? With a 98 on Rotten Tomatoes.
From the critics, though.
Yep. The people that watched it, 76.
Yeah. I mean, if we're putting Great Mouse Detective, Emperor's New Groove, and Rescue Down Unders, I feel like 101 Dalmatians fits with those.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I think it fits with those perfectly.
Some older people are going to be like, "What the fuck is your problem?" I can hear Collector right now, be like, "He's not older," and I can hear him saying, "You're wrong, Brian."
Like, hey, that's Corella. Yeah, which it does. She's a great villain. A great villain. Yeah.
All right, so we went older. Let's go newer.
Also, it has one of my favorite scenes. I'm pretty sure. I think where the hound dog can hear things.
Yeah.
And he's like, I hear something. He goes, a one wheeled, and he's like, what? He's like, what do you hear? A one wheel haystack. And then it cuts to like the dude in like, I believe it was that one, right?
It is it. Okay, yeah, all right.
And then it cuts to the dude like on a unicycle, but he's like covered in hay.
Or is it the Fox and the Hound? No, it's
no.
It's one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 100 that. Oh no, I think it's Aristocrats. My bad.
Oh, it is really Aristocrats.
Aristocrats.
Aristocats. Aristocats.
Aristocats. Aristocrats were very, very, very different. Don't look that up. Don't look up that joke.
Everybody
Aristocats.
wants to be a cat.
I got my animal movie mixed up.
All right. If you do a dog one, where do you put Aristocats?
Honestly, I'll probably put it down with Pocahontas.
I'm gonna say it's not gonna be high, guys. I'm just gonna promise you that it's not gonna be high.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting it right next to Pocahontas in that fifth one.
I'm okay with that too. I'm still going.
Because it was fun enough, but do I have to watch it all the time? Like, is it on my list of like
what I choose to watch it again?
Yeah. I mean, legit, like this list is almost like these are all the movies my son is currently watching or is going to be watching soon. So
right,
and the lower we get in the list is it's like, yeah, he's not gonna see that.
Let's talk about a movie that he won't be seeing. Bambi. Mother.
Oh my god. But you talk about a true classic though. Bambi is like a true classic. A lot of our generation's first trauma.
Like,
wait,
man,
what?
You really killed his mother? Like, what? So Bambi is a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I can see that. But what the audience?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think the audience would probably be like 85.
73.
That's crazy, man. The audience is just completely throwing me off with some of this stuff.
So where would you put it? Remember, it's 1942.
Yeah. I mean, I would say probably third tier.
I feel like you have to, because the respect it deserves, you can't put it below that, right?
Yeah.
I almost would put it in the fourth tier, but you can't disrespect Bambi. There wouldn't be any of these other movies without Bambi.
Yeah, and I feel like Bambi too is like it is like a well-made movie with a good story. I mean, not a happy story. This is kind of happy, but it is definitely a good story. Yeah. I mean, Thumper and oh my god, what the skunk's name? I have a brain fart what the name is.
See, that's our problem.
Yeah. It's also I haven't seen it in a while because I don't want to remember.
Why would you have to watch it?
Yeah, exactly.
The skunk is named like Flower, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say Rose, but I think it is Flower.
Okay. We've been dealing with a lot of older ones, so let's go with Bolt.
Ooh.
Staying with the animal theme that we've been having right now. Let's go Bolt.
Bolt's interesting because it's not good.
But it's not terrible, but it's
not terrible.
It doesn't deserve to be any of these great tiers. But putting Bolt in that fourth tier makes me feel like I'm wrong. But Bolt is better.
I would probably. It is. It's better than the Aristocrats.
Mm-hmm.
Aristocats.
I think we need a new category.
I mean, do we just move Pocahontas and Aristocats down?
Always to the bottom. People are like, you hate Pocahontas. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I just never.
I don't feel all the voices of the wind, whatever it is, all the colors of the wind.
All the colors.
Do you paint with all the colors of the wind? No, I don't.
Oh, yeah, fine. I didn't label these. Where's Aristocats?
It's the one right the bottom.
No, I know, but I got. Oh, can I? Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
do that, right?
No,
no, I
you can't move it.
No, but I can highlight which one because I have to find it on the side. And then Bolt. Right.
I believe he goes right in between.
I'm okay with that.
It's
Okay
not
with that. Yeah. Because like it's not great. It's entertaining for a kid, I think. That's like entertaining for a kid because it's a dog and a cat and a hamster, you know, which is like the bare minimum you need to do. Pocahontas, Aristocats, probably not entertaining for a kid. And if you don't like it as an adult, then it kind of just like starts to sink to the bottom.
All right. I got something a little bit newer. Big Hero 6.
Ooh.
Where do we put Big Hero 6?
Man, I like this movie.
Betamax.
My girlfriend does not like this movie. And I have
Baymax.
from what was that? With Baymax?
Baymax.
Yeah. I've never heard anybody like it's my favorite or it's my worst. Everyone's like it's okay at best, but also is like, or people are like I don't like it.
Does it belong on the same tier as The Rescuers Down Under?
Yeah. Or does it belong?
I think The Rescuers Down Under is better. But does it belong with Bolt? Because it's better than Bolt.
It's better than Bolt, but I feel like it's in the same
genre, kind of.
Because Baymax is very adorable. Like I understand why people have issues with this movie. One, it has the big trauma in it. The villain is good, but it's also just not a great villain. Like it's just an evil rich dude, or not rich dude, but wasn't it the I don't know, spoilers, but it was the
spoilers.
It was the principal, right? Wasn't it the principal, or was it the no? You thought it was the rich CEO, and it ends up being the principal.
It was the principal,
yeah. I'm cool with putting it in with next to Bolt.
Okay, yeah.
If you're good with that,
100% am.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right, Tarzan.
Oh, man. Another awesome soundtrack.
But is it an awesome movie?
What year did it come out? Like 90 something? 99. Okay.
I was 14 years old. Was that 14 yet? Yeah, I think it was 14. Was that 14? Yeah,
99. I was probably becoming a freshman in high school.
Yep.
Man, I don't know. I'll probably put it in that fourth tier with New Groove, Rescuers, 101 Dalmatian.
I don't know if it belongs there.
What do you think, higher or lower? Lower?
But I don't think it belongs with Bolt. I think it's better than Bolt. Is part of the issue how racist it is?
I mean, yeah.
Is that part of my issue? Maybe. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 90.
That's a lot higher than I would have expected.
The audience has it at 75.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And Bolt is 75.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool putting it down in that what 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth tier.
Okay, yeah,
because I mean, it looked okay. They definitely made a lot of creative decisions with the characters and the looks and stuff like that. Isn't this the one where they always make fun of it, where he's holding was it Jane?
Yep.
But yet he's still swinging somehow. So people are like, "Oh, it's like it is crack." Yeah, I'm cool with putting it down here.
All right, so I'm gonna give us a hard one now. Well, no, it's not really hard for me. We kind of talked about this. Toy Story 3.
Yeah. This might be one of the best Pixar movies, if not
Ever. Like
the best.
Toy Story 3 is me, man. They're holding hands going to a furnace. A group of toys that choose each other and hold hands going to boy. If you don't cry, then my boy Anzo right now. I can hear what Anzo's saying right now, saying, "Oh, it was terrible. It was crap."
Yeah, because it's good.
It was good. I mean, I just tell you, that's the A-OK. That means the mark of quality because Anzo doesn't like it.
That's funny. I mean, and also it's the end of Andy's era too. You know, it's like Andy's going off to college. You know,
that's a great villain. Lotso's.
Yeah, Lotso is
great villain.
Yeah, you know, has a great backstory. You know, where why he is kind of evil. You know,
the way Buzz is.
Yeah, we get Ken, who's voiced by Michael Keaton, and it's awesome. Like, it's so great. It was like the dude that's Beetlejuice and Batman is also Ken in Toy Story. Yeah, so
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, exactly. And it's such a, and he does such a good job as Ken too. You know, like such a good job. I mean, how do you not put this in the top?
Look, if you wanted to argue with me and say it goes in 2, I would say put 1 and 2 and put 3 in 1. 3 needs to be in the top tier. I think 3 is the best one.
You think 3 is the best one? I mean,
I like 3 more than I even like the original Toy Story.
Yeah, no, I mean it belongs.
The music
in the
one
top.
is better. The music one is one is better though.
Yeah, I mean, I think Toy Story 2 started Pixar. You know, I think that was the one that I first remembered. They're like, "What is this? This CGI animated kind of, all made on the computer kind of thing." You know, but yeah, number 3 was just like for me. It ends the Andy story, and then we get into the Bonnie stuff, and you're like, oh.
And then it goes to a carnival, and you're like, "What the?"
Yeah. Yeah,
right.
I'm cool with that.
I got a couple more before we get to Lilo and Stitch. Wreck-It Ralph.
The first one was I enjoy a lot. The second one,
not the one breaks the internet. It was not even. We don't need to discuss breaks the internet.
But also, wasn't it kind of creepy though? It was like this dude, and I know they're not age, but he's just so like, why don't you want to be my friend? Why don't you want to hang out with me? It was very like icky, know. And I know it's weird because like they're just video game characters, but it was also like she is like a child and he's like an old man. Yeah. Granted, it's all fake, but it just felt icky. The whole thing just felt weird.
I agree.
Yeah, that's and I was like, I want to unsee the second one. Like that's how bad it was. But the first one is so good.
Is it better than Hercules?
Oh,
Hercules.
I would say no.
I'll say no too.
I would say no.
But I don't think I want to put it in the 4th.
No, I think it belongs in that group with the 3rd. We're like fun to watch.
I think something needs to be pushed up to the bottom of the 2nd layer.
Something from this
3 goes to the bottom of 2.
From 3 goes to the bottom 2. Which one? Which one are you thinking?
I love Hercules. I love
Sword
in the Stone, and I love Goofy movies. So you got, I think Hercules is the better music.
I would, yeah, I'll agree with that.
Man. But it needs to be away from the other ones because the other ones are so.
Give it some space. Yeah. Nah, I'm cool with putting it up here.
Who puts the
And
glass?
put Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
in his spot. I'll just fill up that opening.
John C. Reilly.
Yeah, because I feel like Wreck-It Ralph is right up there. All right. Which one do you say next?
I'm trying to do Lilo and Stitch last. So
yeah. I mean, we got Inside Out. Inside Out 2. Pinocchio, if you want to go like another old school one.
And Alice in Wonderland. Those are the ones I want to do. And then we can always come back to this list after. Let's do those and then come back to the list later.
Okay.
After everyone yells at us.
I know, right? You're wrong. Luckily, this is only for members, so we only got like 50 people or so. Maybe eventually we'll release this out.
With Deuce, I don't know, man. Deuce is helping us out so much.
Yes, and he's not a member.
I know, man. He makes. If I could buy him a membership, I would do it.
100%. 100%. All right. So you want to do Inside Out?
Inside Out.
Okay.
You can put it.
Hold on, I gotta shrink that.
Joy.
They gave me a big old picture. Where are you thinking?
I'm thinking 2. Mm-hmm. I want to put it in 1.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a unbelievable classic. It's just a good classic.
Yeah. I would say I would say a new classic. Like it's gonna be a movie in like 30 years where people are gonna be like, oh man, I remember watching that as a kid, you know.
But am I ever going to put it in the same sentence as Lion King?
No.
It's the same sentence as Finding Nemo.
Yeah. Monsters Inc. Even next with Hercules Tango, Frozen. Yeah. That's the group it belongs to.
It feels like that's where it belongs to be. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. But what about, if we're saying on this one, what about the second one? Which I think is a better movie, but doesn't
have the same cult following?
Tier changing better.
No, I think it should be on the same tier.
Yeah.
I think it's the same exact tier. Like it should be just football right there.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is a better movie than number 1. Maybe because it's dealing with an older kid, so you have like more emotions than just like kind of basic happy and sadness and blah blah blah. Like you start dealing with anxiety and depression, like some adult kind of emotions.
But that first one really hits hard, especially as your kids get older.
Yeah.
As your kid goes from 6 to 8, all of a sudden you're going to see like it's going to hit you hard, and that first Inside Out is going to get you right in the feels.
Yeah.
Right in the heart hole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it already does. And so, when you start to look at it through the lens of a parent with a kid that age,
eternalize it. Woof, man.
Yeah. Okay, you want to do? We'll do another classic.
And then after that one, I want to do Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland. Pinocchio. Another traumatizing, messed up story.
So Pinocchio is, by Rotten Tomatoes, the greatest movie in Disney history.
That's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
100% by Rotten Tomatoes. Can you guess where the audience has it?
87.
Lower.
What? Let's say 79.
Lower.
Wow. Holy shit. 71?
73.
73? Okay. That's a little low for me. I probably put it like 80. Probably put it like an 80.
I believe it's a tier 3 movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think so. You know,
Sleeping Beauties, all those movies. I think it's a tier 3 movie.
Yeah, it's right there with Bambi.
Mm-hmm.
You get some life lessons, and they're not
It's
very.
too good of a movie to put it below. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you can't.
yeah. And do Alice in Wonderland.
Mm.
Or do you want to put this one? Because this is an interesting one.
Hard. Oh,
This is
man,
an interesting one.
That's a very hard movie. I like Alice in Wonderland a lot, and I like it a lot more than some of these other movies that we already did.
Yeah,
But what if I
fun.
told
It's fun. It's very trippy.
Alice in Wonderland? Can you imagine doing that and being high?
I want to go on the ride. So we've been watching a lot of Disney land rides, like POV rides. Yeah, my son loves that stuff. So I'll grab him and pretend we're on the ride too, and he loves that. When he sees the ride vehicle, like the cart you get in, and like instantly just stops whatever he's doing and just stares at the ride and the entire time, and he claps at the end like he's on. So it's like
just the teacups.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. The teacups.
Just teacups.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes has it ranked at 84.
Wow. That's like way, way down there.
Where do you think the audience has it?
Man, the way they've been like split, it's gotta be higher. What, 87?
Nope. 78.
Lower. Okay.
78 for it.
I thought this one would have had a bigger audience following though. Oh man. I'm probably more.
It's not good enough to be in the second tier.
No. Right now I'm kind of questioning fourth or third. That's what I'm kind of thinking, but I'm not sure.
Fourth. It could be an edge of third. I can see it be right there in the edge of third, 3, but I will put it 4.
Yeah, because I'm just looking at the groups that each one is, and that fourth one with that being there, I think that makes sense. Okay.
All right. Let's put in one more new movie, and then let's get right into Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah. Which one? So which one you looking at?
This is hard because there's movies like I love Meet the Robinsons. I don't want to put that on this list because I know it's going to have to be lower.
Probably.
It's going to be really, really low. Let's go Moana 2.
Ooh, this is interesting because me and you liked this one like a lot. A lot. Like it's on in my house weekly. A few times a week. Yeah.
So this is interesting. So Rotten Tomatoes has it at 61. 61.
What? Jeez, that's insane that it's that low. That's crazy. The audience better be higher. The audience better be like a 85, if not 90. 86. Yeah.
Yes, the audience really does like it a lot. And that makes me feel a little bit better. I want to put in the second tier. I literally want to put in the second tier. I think I got to put in the third.
Yeah.
Like, I really like this movie. I want so badly to put the second tier.
I do too. Because I love the story. The biggest issue, the only issue I had was the songs weren't as good as the first one. But everyone's like, the song sucks. The songs were good. They were Disney songs.
The best.
Yeah, you just compare it to Lin-Manuel Miranda and some of his best works.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It was like, I don't know why they chose to put him on Mufasa and not on Moana 2. That is
because Moana 2 was supposed to be a straight to Disney Plus thing.
Yeah,
but if he would have put it on there, we're talking about another classic.
Yeah, 2 for sure. Maybe even a 1 if you had some more bangers. Like the Maui song in this one was my probably my least favorite song in this one. It was just not good. But yeah,
I think it has to go in 3. As
Third,
much as
3.
I want to put in 2, I really do, but I think it's got to be in 3.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, but more people need to see it, and it is a good. It is, I think, a good movie. All right.
The moment
Finish
we
up the
all
night.
wait for. Let's throw in Lilo and Stitch. Where do we put this now? It doesn't, not even near the number 1.
No, it's not top tier. I don't think it's top tier.
I don't think it belongs to number 2.
I mean, you're putting Lilo and Stitch next to Inside Out. Lilo and Stitch like was good. It was fun. You know, is it better than like Nemo and Cinderella and Tangled, Hercules, Inside Out, Monsters Inc? I think I enjoyed more.
There's no way I could even put them next to either of those.
No. You know, but do I like this as much as like Goofy Movie or Wreck-It Ralph or something? Like, yeah, I think it's probably closer that third tier.
Much, yeah, I think that's exactly where I put it. I put third tier. It's third tier.
Yeah. Because I mean, I like the movie a lot. It's a lot of fun. I love Stitch. Love Lilo. You know.
What if we did a one bonus one real quick?
Which
Zootopia. Where would you put Zootopia? And just so you know, Zootopia is rated as one of the best movies ever.
You know, and I wonder if it's like the recency bias, you know, where like it's newer. You know, it looks gorgeous.
Shakira in it, Jason Bateman, Jennifer Godwin. It's 98 on Rotten Tomatoes and 92% by the audience.
Wow. So I mean, it's up there for both, for sure.
It's
not top tier.
It's not. I wouldn't even put it number 2.
Yeah, I agree. It's not. It's
the
not.
Numbers are telling you it belongs to number 2.
Yeah. You know, because I'm just thinking like, for me, like it's fun to watch. I don't watch it all the time. My son would watch half of it, and then he kind of gets bored. You know, halfway through, like legit, like right halfway through, he's just like, I'm done. You know, like I don't know how often your girls care to watch it.
They never choose Zootopia. They'll choose Secret Life of Pets. You know, something like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. 3. I mean, maybe I would say 3. 4 is maybe a little too low. I would say 3.
I'll say 3. It's not Rescuers Down Under, but I love the Rescuers Down Under. And Zootopia is just okay. So, but whatever.
That's where the age comes in. Yeah,
I think we can stop here. We can always add to this list later. There's a lot of movies we didn't put on there, but this is a good idea of where we think a lot of these movies are mid. You know,
how many? Hold on, let me see how many of these are real quick. That's 40 of them, like right on 40. So we just ranked 40 films, and then that's not even.
We could easily do 10 more. We could do Mulan. We could easily do that one. We could easily do Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah. There's still like that's like maybe what a
Raya.
Is this like a third? Is 40 about a third of the total? You know, that's not bad because we can always
revisit this. Especially after you guys yell at us and tell us that we were just wrong in every way. You can come. We can revisit this and still talk about it. But
yeah, we'll keep it at an hour right now. We did 40 in an hour. I think that's good. That's a pretty filled list. It seems about right. Yeah. I mean, I think we might be a little bit more biased for the I don't even know because I'm like tier 1. Those are all the best. Those are peak.
Yep.
You know, you cannot deny any of those. Yeah. nah, I'm cool with this list. Looking
Yeah,
at it,
I am too. You know,
somebody's gonna yell at us for Pocahontas. Guarantee it.
I know,
Guarantee
I
it.
can hear it, but it's funny. We didn't put Peter Pan.
Yeah,
You're
I'm not.
really lucky. I'm
Yeah,
not a huge Peter Pan fan. I'm not a huge Hunchback of Notre Dame, even though I like it. I'm not a huge Hunchback of Notre Dame fan. That's going in the second last tier for me. Like, when we
wow, yeah.
start to really get into it, people are going to
Some
be
of
upset.
these, yeah. Yeah, we'll definitely revisit it. Maybe do another 40, do another hour. Because
Easy.
right now we're a little bit over an hour. So yeah, but we probably do this all night.
Yeah, exactly. But this is fun, guys. I'm glad we are able to do this, especially for our members. I mean, we have some awesome, incredible members that are there for us every day. Every day we go live, you're there, you're moderating, you add into the conversation. You guys are amazing. And yeah, we just wanted to do something different for you guys. So.
Yeah. I know something we were already talking about. So like, well, let's make it official. Let's just do it. Let's real do it. Yeah. So yeah, we'll keep it for members for probably a couple of weeks, and then we'll make it public. After a couple. But we'll give it to you guys first. So, and if you're watching this when it becomes public, make sure if you want to join, you don't have to, but if you would like to join, make sure it's like $2 a month. I think it is. So, or if you come in and hang out and just subscribe to the channel, Deuce might just gift you a membership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to do this. Next time we got to do Marvel movies.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot shorter list. So, yeah, but cool. Yeah, I think that's it for us for this one. Let us know what you guys think. Where you're going to change any of it and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll do this again. Add 40 more to this list and see where we're at. But cool. Yeah, we appreciate all the members. Thank you guys so much. Like Brian said, like you guys are all awesome. But yeah, we will see you guys in our next video. Later.